Hi, everybody. We are live. Welcome to Sunday night. My name is Anita, and this is my channel where we do a live every Sunday night. We talk about all things proper human diet and just eating single ingredient foods. If you have never been here before, welcome. If you don't know me, I've been on this journey for over 10 years. I've lost 145 pounds and counting. And just doing this journey with you and right along with you and trying to figure out all the things. So today is going to be a general Q&A. We do have, we had two moderators here earlier, and usually it's Melissa and Bonnie is here in the chat. Melissa lost power. The whole Alaskan bowl, I don't know what that, I imagine that encompasses a big area, is down right now. And this just literally happened a few minutes ago. So we may or may not see her back tonight. I don't know. We shall see. But Bonnie is here. We got just Jason Keto here. I know that he chips in and helps to greet people. Danny is here. I appreciate you guys. I see some of my other members here, like Martha. I appreciate you guys being here and greeting people and, doing all the things in the live chat, because it's hard for me to monitor the live chat during the live when I'm answering questions and whatnot. So we do have a giveaway tonight. It's kind of a surprise giveaway. This is one of those life updates that I'm going to give you. Before I get to the giveaway, I just want to say that, I'm pretty much retired now. They just went through a month end where I work, and the person that they hired to replace me is away. So I thought, she's on vacation. So I thought I was going to be super busy last week. It was hardly anything at all. So it appears that the time has come that they have learned how to live without me. So I'm calling myself officially retired. I have time to do other things. One of the things I've been working on for the past little while is this handbook that is now on Amazon. It is there it is. That's better. Thank you. It is called the Sardine Challenge Handbook. Those of you who saw my video today already know about this. This is our giveaway tonight. All you have to do to win a copy of the book is to put in the word omega in the live chat. Just type in omega, and you will automatically be entered into the giveaway, and we will draw for that at the end of the night. So I'll just tell you quickly about the book. It's got all the details on how to do a sardine challenge and all the details on how to do the Omega Monday challenge and what the Omega Monday challenge is. A few recipes. It's got the cheat sheets, and it's got links to videos and studies and things like that. Those of you who have been following me for a while know about my relationship with sardines and fatty fish in general, and how I just am a huge fan of Dr. Boz as well. I have mentioned her in this handbook, of course, and I have links to her videos where I learned all this, a lot of this stuff from. And so I'm, really appreciative of the other people out there like her and who's the other one? There's another one. Oh, Dr. Norowitz. He's a big fan of sardines. Kelly Hogan's a big fan of sardines. There's a lot of people out there. There's no bigger fan of sardines than myself. I canceled my knee surgery last fall because I just felt I just didn't have the pain anymore. Yes, I still have arthritis in my knee, but I don't have the pain. So enter to win a copy of the book. Put Omega in the live chat. I see that somebody said that there's no sound, but I feel like I feel like that might not be me. I think you guys can hear me, right? I guess if anyone else has no sound, maybe say something. I don't know. I'm hoping there's sound. I'm really hoping there's sound. Okay, so let's talk about another thing that's coming. Couple other things that are coming. I am going to be doing some T-shirts and things like that. For those of you that have been following me a while, you know that a couple of years ago I had aprons and T-shirts and mugs and things like that. The company that did that on my website and my channel, they went out of business. So I'm teaming up with somebody else now, and so watch for that. I don't know when that's happening, but it's in the works right now. So I'm gonna try to think of some T-shirt slogans and whatnot. If you guys have any brilliant ideas, or I would love to see this on a T-shirt, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. I am also, with my newfound time from retiring, I'm going to start bringing back more videos, not only more cooking videos, but Tuesday talks, that kind of thing. So I have one coming out on Tuesday, believe it or not. So, just different things I'm able to do now that I have a little bit more time. I think that those were the two main things that I wanted to talk about, or wanted to mention to you guys. Here's an announcement. Sunday, April the 20th, that is Easter Sunday, there won't be a live stream on that day. So yeah, that's every other Sunday. I mean, I do this every Sunday except for maybe 2 or 3 Sundays. If I'm traveling out of the country or something, I may not do one. So that could be happening and, coming up. Yes, I love that Tim T-shirt idea, Mega Monday. That's on my list. I want to do something like that. So thank you for that. Okay, so let me just see. We got people Val ordered the Yerba Mate. I don't know if you guys all saw the Yerba Mate video that I did. So that I'm really enjoying that, and I'm having every morning. I am having Yerba Mate. Well, first drink I'm having is apple cider vinegar. I actually have 2 a day. I'm on my second one. I'm almost finished my second one of the day. But I have one first thing in the morning in a fasted state. And so I got that information from Mindy Peltz, Dr. Mindy, who is like the fasting queen. It is really good for your digestion, as well as it is known to be fat burning. And so I decided I would implement that. So I'll just tell you guys everything I'm doing in April, because I'm keeping a spreadsheet, and that spreadsheet I'm going to share with you guys at the end of the 30 days. I am doing 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar in 16 ounces of water first thing in the morning. Then I am doing 2 big mugs of Yerba Mate tea, and with a little bit of allulose in it. And both of those things are, according to Dr. Ben Bickman, both of those things are GLP-1 agonists. They stimulate your natural, I don't know all the proper words, but instead of taking something like Ozempic, he suggests trying these natural ways to get more GLP-1s so that you feel fuller longer, you don't have the food noise, all those sorts of good things that the GLP-1s do, this could do. And I have to say, so far so good. I'm doing 18-6 fasting, so fasting for 18 hours, 6-hour eating window. Having the tea in the morning seems to help me get there. I struggle with fasting. As many of you know, I'm not much of a faster. I just like to eat too much. I'm going to admit it. that is, that is what I like to do. However, that is how I got to, well over 320 pounds by just, I just love too much food of so many different kinds. So intermittent fasting is something that I kind of did it naturally, in some ways on Carnivore. You know how you eat the meat and you're just not hungry. And so, one of the best things I ever did was make a commitment that after my last meal of the day, I would not eat until the first meal the next day. Sometimes that was 12 hours, but oftentimes it was 14 or 16 hours. So that was what I called natural fasting. Now I'm trying to push it out a bit more. So 18-6 is what I'm doing. The Yerba mate tea is helping me get through the whole morning. And then I get to that 6-hour window, do whatever food I'm going to do, and then go for the other 18 hours. So I want to push it to 24 hours, do at least one 24-hour fast per week. And then I want to try a 36-hour fast after that. So these are the things I'm working on for myself for this month, and that'll go into May and June as well, obviously, because it'll take me time to do all that. So I'm tracking everything. I'm doing also 2 protein sparing days per week, just 2. I played around with doing 3, but I decided 2 is enough. I need those, I need my fatty steak bites. I live on those. So, those are those people that are in my groups, and they see my daily food, because I post my food every day. I post exactly what I'm eating. They see a lot of steak bites. And that's one of my favorite things. So I do like that. And, I can handle the 2 days a week of the other. So that is kind of what I'm doing, and that will come up in a Tuesday talk in May as I tabulate the 30 days. I'll say, I'll give you all the details of how that went. I'm taking my ketones and my blood glucose, and that is one thing I wanted to mention. So I did a test a couple of days ago, because on my video for the Yerba mate tea, I did have a couple of people wonder about how this affects blood glucose, that sort of thing, whether it breaks a fast. There are people that thought maybe I was breaking a fast because I was having this drink. However, listening to Dr. Bickman and Ben Azadi, that's another person that I follow as well. I'm enjoying his content. When I hear about breaking a fast, they say that if your blood glucose is still going down and your ketones are still going up, and it's not breaking that cycle, you're still in autophagy. So I felt like I was safe from breaking the fast, because I took my glucose and my ketones before, like in a fasted state, before I drank the tea, and my blood glucose was 72, ketones were 2.1. Then I drank tea for a couple hours. I just slowly drink it for 2 hours. I had the yerba mate with some allulose in it. And then an hour later, after I was finished the last of my tea, my blood glucose was 62. It dropped 10 points, and my ketones were 2.2, went up 0.1 or whatever. I didn't really expect anything there. So I'm happy with that. I do think that people should, when they can, test yourselves when you can, because that's how my body reacted. So I feel perfectly comfortable having that tea in my fasting window. It, my blood glucose went down. It went down more than I thought it would. I thought maybe it would stay the same, or maybe go up a couple points or go down a couple points. Even if it went up a couple points, I wouldn't have been concerned. But it went down 10. So I was quite surprised at that. So I think there's something to it, so thank you, Dr. Bickman and all those other doctors who are out there talking about it because, this is how I am learning. And as I learn, I pass it on to you guys, what I'm learning. And I know that we are all different. And so I'm an N=1 experiment. What works for me may not work for you. And if I haven't said this in a while, but I'm going to say it today. If what you are doing right now is working for you, you don't need to do any of these tweaks that I'm doing. You just keep doing what you're doing. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it. Yes, Bonnie, thank you. Find what works for you and embrace it, because that, we have to find our way. We have to make this sustainable for ourselves. And what works for me is not going to work for another person. I could live on sardines, but there are other people who absolutely hate sardines, can't do it. And you can't force these things. If you think that the only way to be successful is to eat foods that you hate, you're probably not going to last very long. So I think that you have to find the foods that you like and the type of fasting cycle that you like, or not fasting. I mean, I've been going for years without fasting. None of these things are requirements. These are things that may or may not enhance your results, and people can explore them or not. These are just ideas. They're things that I hear about, and I like to try new things. I'm a bit of an experimenter, so that's why I do it, and I like to pass it on. So before I head over to the questions, because I know that there's a few questions that are coming up, I'll do one more reminder about the book. This book is the giveaway for tonight, and you just have to put in the word omega, and this will be mailed to you from Amazon. So which is good, because if you're whatever country you're in, as long as Amazon ships to that country, then that's where it'll ship from. And so at the end of the night, we'll draw a name. So put in omega for a chance to win the new Sardine Challenge handbook that I've got on Amazon. All right, I am going to jump over and take a look at a few questions here, see what we've got going on. Okay, Sing It. What made you give up coffee? Been away, pretty sure you've said. Yes, so I gave up coffee on October 1st, 2024. So it's been I'm in month 7 now, and I feel fantastic for it. I just, I didn't know if it was harming me or not. I just didn't know. I had heard about the molds and neurotoxins that can be on the coffee beans. I also, on October 1st, I started a 60-day lion diet as well. And the coffee, if anyone's done lion diet, you know that you give up a lot of things. You give up everything except for ruminant meats, water, and salt. So coffee was out, butter was out, eggs, chicken, pork, all those things were out. And really all I was having was beef and lamb and water and salt. That's it. And I did that for 60 days. So, once the 60 days was over, I didn't see the point in bringing back coffee, because I was doing fine without it. It wasn't too bad to give it up. And so I thought, okay, well, why not just leave it off? So in the mornings, instead of coffee, I was drinking bone broth, meat broth, plain water. Now it's apple cider vinegar, and now it's also yerba mate tea. So that's why I gave it up. It was initially for my 60-day lion diet. Thanks for that question. Barb, I'm trying the yerba mate and I think it helps with cravings. Yeah, and according to Dr. Bickman, that is the idea. It does, and I had heard that before too. But you hear these things and you go, well, does it? Like, how does that work? And but when you start hearing, a doctor, he's one of the leading doctors on insulin in North America, and so I have some trust in what he says, and he feels that that it acts like Ozempic. So that kind of caught my interest, and so I thought, well, what the heck, why not give it a try? I don't have any intentions of trying any of the drugs that are out there. They worry me a little bit, and I try to do everything these days in a natural way as much as I can, and so I feel like it's really helped me survive these fasts. I feel like the 18-6 has become easy, and I'm looking forward to pushing that out a bit more, and so I'm looking forward also to share any results that I get at the end of this 30-day experiment that I'm doing. So thanks, Barb. I'm glad that it's working for you too. Christina, am I supposed to intermittent fast on carnivore? Do I use an eating window on the sardine reset or just eat butter and fats all day? Okay, so nobody has to intermittent fast. It is not an official part of carnivore, nor do you need to do it if you're doing the sardine challenge. But of course you can if you want. So like I was saying earlier, when I was doing carnivore, I kind of fell into a natural state of intermittent fasting. I did make a commitment at some point that once dinner was done, whether that was at 4 o'clock or at 6 o'clock, there'd be no more food until my first meal of the following day. And that often would be at least 12 to 14 hours, sometimes 16 hours. So most people, when they start intermittent fasting, they start with 16-8. And so I was getting there, but not intentionally, if you know what I'm saying. I was getting there because I just wasn't hungry. I was satisfied. I was quite happy to wait until, 10 in the morning to eat rather than as soon as I got up. So it is something that can happen naturally. You do not have to intermittent fast on carnivore. If everything that you're doing is working well for you, if you're satisfied, if you're starting to see some results, if you're feeling better, nothing needs to change. Some people do get into intermittent fasting to kind of go to the next level. Maybe they have a weight loss plateau, or maybe they have something else that they think fasting can help with. A lot of people talk about fasting helping with loose skin, and that's the where you hear the word autophagy. That usually happens at around hour 16 of your fast. And so if you go to 18 hours or 20 hours, you're getting even more autophagy, and that can help loose skin. I've lost 145 pounds, and I'm 67 years old. I have a lot of loose skin, and so, this is one of the reasons why I'm interested in looking at this. I want to see, is there anything I can do to, alleviate that a little bit. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The sardine challenge is you just eat sardines to satiety. Whether you want to do that in a fasting window or not is up to you. Some people do. Some people might eat a can every couple of hours. It's really up to you. And if you're hungry for the sardines, you eat them. Otherwise, you just, carry on with your day. If you're using water-packed sardines, then you should add some other kind of fat, like butter or tallow, or your own olive oil that you trust. 2 tablespoons per can, approximately, would be a good amount to add. You don't need to, just eat butter and fat all day for sure. Probably not a good idea. You want to eat those sardines. So I hope I've answered that question, and thanks for your question, Christina. Luna, please explain the difference between keto and ketovore. How many carbs? Thank you. Well, these labels, they have so much overlap. I mean, keto traditionally to me has been meats. Like, it's an animal-based diet. Although I know that some people have come up with vegetarian keto books and things like that, but traditionally, it's an animal-based diet. It is high fat. It is between 65 to 75% fat, and then less than 20 total carbs per day, and the rest would be protein. So say 75% fat at the most, 5% carbs, and 20, did I get the math right? 20% protein. That would be kind of a traditional keto diet. Where keto has gone wrong, I just got to get on the soapbox for a minute. When I first started doing keto, it was pre-Facebook and pre-YouTube. It was back in the days when all we had was maybe some websites and bulletin boards, chat rooms, that kind of thing. There wasn't all these, you couldn't go into a store and buy keto bread and keto muffins and keto ice cream and keto treats and all that stuff. This is where we've kind of gone off on the rails. Keto was unprocessed foods. It was meat, vegetables, good healthy fats, avocados, olive oil, avocado oil, butter, bacon, fish, good stuff. It was that stuff. It was proper human diet stuff. Okay, so companies out there realized they could make money because keto became popular on the internet. And so now you can go into a grocery store, and some grocery stores have entire sections that are keto products. If you really want to be successful on keto, most people, yes, you can have some short-term success or maybe even some long-term success. I mean, who am I to say? But it's the health that we're looking for. At least when you get to my age. When you get to my age, we're looking for the long-term health. And processed foods and seed oils, those sorts of things are so detrimental to our health. They're so detrimental to kids' health. Younger and younger kids are becoming pre-diabetic. They're becoming insulin resistant. We have children with fatty liver disease. It's shocking. It really is. And so the culprits are processed foods, ultra-processed foods, and seed oils. Seed oils stay in your system. I mean, I've had people say, well, I'm having some salad dressing. It's got, like, what's a little bit of seed oil gonna do? It's same calories as this, the same amount of fat. It stays in your system. I think it's like 5 or 6 years. It has a half-life of 5 or 6 years. And so in 5 or 6 years, you're still gonna have, like, anything you had today, 2-3 years down the road, it's still gonna be in your system. So it accumulates. And so from the last day that you ever touch a seed oil, from that day forth, it's going to take you 5 or 6 years to clear it all out of your system. I'm still working on that because I only learned this a couple of years ago. So ketovore is kind of like carnivore, but allowing a little more carbs. So some people put an arbitrary number on it and say 10 carbs. I don't think there's really a solid number there, but basically it's eating a lot of meat and having, say, 10 carbs to play with, to have maybe a little veg here and there or some seasonings. A lot of people don't know seasonings have carbs. They do, some more than others. So it's, that's kind of where ketovore falls in. So it's really carnivore with just a little bit extra. I hope that helps. So yeah, I mean, most important for both of them is to stay away from the processed stuff. Okay. Is there such a thing as a ketovore barbecue sauce? I believe there is. I believe that if you Google it, that you'll find some people have made some sauces that are very low in carbs. They can be used on keto or ketovore. Primal Kitchen, like you can get store-bought ones. I think Primal Kitchen and Chosen Foods, they both have a barbecue sauce that don't have seed oils in them. That's the most important thing. And they don't have added sugar. So they would be considered keto or ketovore. You could, work that into your plan. So sure. Christy, Dr. Mindy has several videos on 36 hours fast is the one. The 36-hour fast is the one she states can heal your body and burn fat. Then you're eating 12 hours the next day. Have you ever tried to fast this way? No, but I'm working my way up to it. I've been watching a lot of Dr. Mindy lately. I'm a huge fan. I'm working up to this because fasting is something that I've just I've had a mental block about it for a long time, a fear thing. I don't know, self-limiting beliefs, whatever they are. I feel very uncomfortable with going without food. So now I'm doing, right now I'm doing 18-6. I'm going to work up and do my first, do a 24-hour one. I shouldn't say my first because I did one once. I did one once a couple of years ago. But I want to do them regularly. So I'm going to do one next week. I'm going to pick a day. I'm going to do a 24-hour fast. And then, do that once a week. And then I'm going to pick a day and do a 36-hour fast or a 2-day period. So I'm getting there. And I do follow Dr. Mindy. So thanks for bringing that up. And, any of you out there who want to follow Dr. Mindy as well, she has some excellent videos on fasting. I mean, she's all about fasting. And she has some excellent videos on apple cider vinegar and all the benefits. And I'm doing my 2 glasses a day apple cider vinegar. And I feel like it's helping my digestion too, and that's kind of a big one for me as well. So thanks for that that comment. Okay. Ooh, getting lots of questions here. How long should I refrigerate L-reuteri before eating, Emma? I've heard of some people eating it right away. I like to time my L-reuteri to be finished, the 36 hours to be finished in the evening. And then I unpack my yogurt maker. I put all the jars in the fridge, and the next day I have it. I think there have been times where I have, for timing issues, I've had it ready in the morning and put it in the fridge in the morning, and usually 4 or 5 hours. Like I like to have it chill right all the way through. That's just a personal preference though. I think if you want, you can eat it anytime once it's finished, it's 36 hours. You can certainly just eat it then. Depends on how you like it. So, yeah, but definitely, when it's ready. So the other reason for timing it so that it's ready during the day when you're still awake rather than at night when you're sleeping is because you do want to put it in the fridge within an hour of it finishing its 36-hour cycle. So, act accordingly as to when you start it, calculate the 36 hours and be there to put it in the fridge when it's done. Is yerba mate a green tea? No, it's an herb. It's an herb that is grown and people make tea from it. It is not the same as a green tea. So yeah, you can look that up. If you Google it, you'll get all the information on what exactly it is and all the traditions and whatnot. There's like a whole culture out there who drink that all day long. I only drink my 2 cups. It does have caffeine in it, so just for those of you out there, it is not an herbal tea. It is an herb. You can steep it, make a great tea from it, but it does have caffeine. So if you are really sensitive to caffeine, just have it in the morning. Like if you think it's going to affect your sleep, that's me. I don't want it to affect my sleep, so I'm having my 2 cups first thing in the morning, and nothing in the evening or the afternoon. That's for sure. Are you losing or maintaining? I'm doing both. I've been maintaining for quite some time. I believe right now I'm in a weight loss phase, so I will report on that at the end of my 30 days. You'll just have to wait on that and be patient. Hiding away. I don't eat enough on Carnivore. A tin of sardines is enough to fill me up. A small steak or 1 egg and a sliced bacon fills me up. How can I eat enough nutrients? I'm 68 years old. Well, I would eat multiple times per day. So whatever, like I find, so sardines are surprisingly filling. And I think that's one of the reasons why the sardine challenges work so well. I have a good appetite. I can eat a pretty big steak, most of a big steak. But a can of sardines will fill me up, and like there's something about it. There's something about the fat ratio in it, or there's something about it that just fills me up, and I don't want anything else. And so I would maybe focus more on really nutrient dense food several times throughout the day. So eat your small steak and eat your bacon and eggs, and then a couple hours later eat something else. You don't say how much not enough that you're eating, like how much are you under eating. Under eating can be an issue for getting enough nutrients for women our age. That is a potential issue. And so you want to make sure that you are at least getting enough protein and enough nutrition to maintain, if not build muscle, then maintain what muscle you have is very difficult at our age. And so I try to get 129 grams of protein per day, like 129, 130. That's my goal. And, that seems to work for me. You may also want to think about, I don't usually recommend this because I think people should get their protein from meat. But if you really are falling short, maybe have 1 protein drink per day. Find a good quality protein drink such as Equip. It's made from grass-fed beef. One glass of that in a protein shake, or you could add a scoop to some yogurt or something. That's 20 grams of protein. You have that on some Greek yogurt. That's another 15. That's a whole meal's worth of protein right there in a small bowl. Maybe something like that might work for you. So try to do some tricks like that. Janice, so do you lose more weight fasting? I don't know. Some people do. Some people lose inches. This experiment of mine is only 2 weeks long. So I will be reporting back at the end of 30 days to, say how I did for the month. So, like if you're asking me, if I lose more weight fasting, I don't know yet. But if you're asking general population, I do believe a lot of people do report that it helps them. It helps them, maintain their weight when they're at their maintenance level, and it helps them, kickstart, get back into weight loss mode from a plateau. Sometimes just changing things up helps to do that as well. So, definitely something that, can help. So, yeah, but you won't know until you try it. just sent your book to my 21-day challenge cohorts. They will love it. Love that Amazon mails directly. No more sardine excuses. Yeah, I love that. No more sardine excuses. Thank you, Tina, for doing that. Where are we at? We're at 20 minutes. I'm going to just give a shout out to the fact that we are giving a copy away tonight. So Omega is the keyword. Just put it in your the live chat there, and you will be entered to win. We have people entering, and that will be drawn tonight in about 15 minutes. We have 20 minutes left, so in about 15 minutes we will do a draw for that. Okay, thanks, Tina. I love your hashtag miracle fishes. That's how I feel about them as well. Miracle fishes, they are. Glenda, how do you know when you're in autophagy? Well, so according to Dr. Mindy and Megan Ramos, people like that, people who talk a lot about fasting, Benazati is another good one. The 16-hour mark. If you've had no food or calories, for 16 hours, you would be in autophagy at around the 16-hour mark, and that goes on until for the next few hours. So if you do an 18-hour or a 20-hour or a 24 fast, you've got those few hours of autophagy. But it's generally a time thing. Some people say that, there's other things that cause autophagy, and that may be true. So, I'm not a doctor, so I don't really know what all of those are, and I can't really speak to the research around them. I'm just saying generally out there what I'm learning from these doctors. Benazati says that if you test your ketones, if your ketones are going up and your blood glucose is going down, that is a good sign that you're in autophagy. And that is what happens to me. I have tested. So I usually test right before my first meal of the day after I have done my 18 hours, and my ketones have been getting into the 2.1, 2.2 area the last few days. At first, they were just getting into 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, but yeah, this seems to be working as I go. I'm in week 2. So they're getting up in the 2s, and my blood glucose is in the low 70s and even in the 60s. So I'm really liking that. That is a sign that I'm in autophagy, I believe. Claudia, to do the protein sparing modified fast, there's need of priming. I've never done priming. I don't do well with stuffing myself with food. I know some people swear by it. I don't know if you're asking me or if you're telling me that there's need of priming. I don't think you have to prime. If you think that you have to prime, then prime. That's entirely up to you. People can make their own decision on that. I don't feel comfortable with it for myself. I get nauseous if I have the amount of food that people say about priming. So I don't do it, and I'm actually doing quite well on the 2 days a week of protein sparing. The rest of the days I'm doing regular carnivore. I'm getting plenty of fat and protein, and I feel that is good enough. Janice, when you drink the tea, do you drink it hot or cold? So I've been drinking it hot, and I know people who are making it into a cold brew. One of them is Bonnie, one of our moderators here. She likes the cold brew. She prepares some in advance so that she can just pour it out of a container. So you can drink it either way. Now on my video the other day, I did have a few people. So there are some Yerba mate. I'm not going to call them police. I don't want to go that far. Let's call them enthusiasts. There are some Yerba mate enthusiasts out there who were chastising me for how I was using boiling water to steep my tea leaves or my herb leaves, whatever you want to call them. And I didn't know. So I've been doing it. It's working. I enjoy it that way. I think it makes it more bitter if you use boiling water. I don't really mind it. I like the taste of it, actually. And so I've been using boiling water. So they advise to use hot water to steep, not boiling. But, just do what you like. I think that cold, warm, or hot, just do it the way you enjoy it. I think we might have a link for the how to do it cold brew. We'll watch for that in the live chat. Trisha, do you have any suggestions on helping my hubby try carnivore? He's addicted to sugar. Hey, I was addicted to sugar too. I still consider myself a sugar addict and have to be careful with sweet tastes. I was reluctant to try the allulose in my yerba mate. However, it does not seem to trigger me. I've been just sticking to my 2 teaspoons and it has been working well. So, I think that it takes about 3 weeks to get the addiction out of your system. So if your hubby can do this for 3 weeks, he'll get through the hardest part. All I can say is encourage him to try it, or maybe he doesn't have to go like all in, all out carnivore. Maybe start keto. Like if he's going to struggle, maybe get him to start keto and work his way into carnivore. That'll give him a little more flexibility. Some people need to do that. I mean, I started low carb, then I was keto, then ketovore, and then finally carnivore. It took me 3 years of carnivore before I was brave enough to do the lion diet, which is just meat, salt, and water. Ruminant meat, salt, and water, not even all meats. So sometimes you have to meet people on this journey where they're at and lead them, step by step. And that can be baby step by baby step. It's difficult for some people to go directly from I'm eating sugar and eating, Doritos and donuts and drive-through food to carnivore. That can be very difficult. So if you can lead him down the proper human diet path first, whole foods, single ingredient foods, just slowly get the processed foods out, the seed oils, that sort of thing. Even that will improve his health greatly, and he could eventually move over to carnivore. So maybe some gentle encouragement there. I'm winning. Do you do cleanses, or do you suggest any cleanses? Thank you. I don't really know what you mean by a cleanse. I do metabolic resets. So sardine challenge now and then, a fat fast day where you eat nothing but fat during the day, egg fast, that sort of thing. I don't know if what you're meaning, like maybe one of those herbal cleanses or something. I would say no, I don't do that. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by a cleanse, but if that's what you mean, then I don't. I believe in metabolic resets, though, like the ones that I mentioned. Christina, thank you. We are better people because of your kindness. It is appreciated. Oh, Christina, that's such a nice thing to say. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, we have 10 minutes left. Okay, I gotta look at some of these questions here. I will not bow. Do we need to fast if our weight is at goal and I'm maintaining it? Is it for overall health? You don't necessarily need to fast, but some people do it. I mean, obviously you probably know that some people do it for religious reasons, spiritual reasons, but some people do it as well to clear, because when you're in autophagy, you're clearing out old cells. Like think of Pac-Man coming along and eating your bad cells when you get to that 16th hour of fasting. It's getting rid of garbage cells and toxic cells, that sort of thing. And you're replenishing. So there could be some health benefits to fasting, and that could be something that you would want to look into. Certainly if weight loss is your only issue and you're trying to maintain weight, sometimes people will do a weekly 24-hour fast or a weekly 36-hour fast as a weight maintenance tool. So, but I would look into the whole health benefit of autophagy. Electric Kitty, I love your meal prep videos. Thank you. It's been a while since I've done one, so now that I'm retired, I think I'll do another one. Christina, was your glucose elevated before beginning your weight health journey? Thank you. Yes, it was. Like, we're talking 10 years ago. It's been normal for, quite some time now. I can't remember the last time that it was, really high or anything like that. Normally, it's like if I go in, they don't even give it a second glance when I do my annual blood work and whatnot. And they won't order an insulin fasting test for me because you have to be pre-diabetic to get the fasting insulin test. So I have actually done one online, and I'm waiting the results on that. So yeah, there was a time that it was way up there. Amy, I hope you will make a video about this transition into fasting. I certainly will. This will be coming up in a Tuesday talk. Hearing your ketone and glucose number is very encouraging to me. I would like to do the same. Thank you. I mean, yeah, these things don't happen overnight. This has been years in the making. I feel in better health now at my age of 67 than I did in my 40s and 50s, for sure. I was in really, really bad shape then. So, keep just keep your chin up and keep coming. Keep watching videos. Keep trying. Keep reading. Keep learning. It's the best thing you can do. Where did you buy the L. reuteri when you made the yogurt? I'm in Canada as well. Okay, so I just filmed today a Q&A about L. reuteri that is going to be out on Tuesday. But if you look at any of my previous L. reuteri videos, I've only got 3 of them, so they're not hard to find. In the body, in the video notes, I've got where to get tablets, BioGaia tablets in Canada. I buy mine from iHerb. Once in a while, I have found them on Amazon, but mostly iHerb has stock in them. The Dr. Davis capsules are not available in Canada, so you'd have to order them from the States. But all those links are available in my previous videos, and they will be as well in the video on Tuesday that's coming up about this very topic. Just Jason Keto has done it again. He has given away a membership to Lori Olson. Thank you, Jason, for your generosity. Katie, I just want you to know that every time I see you, you use a new appliance or kitchen tool. I buy it. Oh, I'm sorry, but not sorry. I'm a bit of an appliance junkie and a gadget junkie. I love to try new things, and I love sharing about them when I do. So I appreciate that. So enjoy, have fun, like it's these are the things I buy now instead of, cake and cookies, right? Like I buy new kitchen stuff. Let's do one more push for the draw. So we are giving away this book. It's a handbook on doing the sardine challenge and the Omega Monday challenge. Just some basic stuff in there about how to do it, why I did it, all that stuff, a little bit about my story in there. And we're giving it away tonight. Put in the word Omega in the live chat because we are about to draw. We've got 147 entries. That's awesome. Okay, so here's your last chance. Put the word Omega in, and we are going to go to the draw. Here we go. Okay, Chow CEO. I don't know your name. I have seen you here before. So send me an email at ketogenicwoman@gmail.com. Give me your address particulars, and I will put that order into Amazon so that you can get this book. So thank you very much for entering, everybody. Chow CEO. I hope to hear from you tonight or tomorrow. Let me know. Okay, let's just clear the screen here. Okay, I'm gonna just see if there's any more questions. We are pretty much at the top of the hour here. So thank you guys for being here. Martha says she's enjoying her yerba mate iced with ginger and seltzer. That sounds good. I've heard that some people put lemon in it. There's certainly things that you can do. Louisa, yes, yerba mate has caffeine. It does have caffeine. Now, what I have found that is not the same, like it's not the jolt you get from coffee. It's more of a slow burn. So I'm not having any effect from it, and it is so far. I'm keeping it in the morning. It is not affecting my sleep. Ron's Keto Cafe. Hello, Ron. How you doing? How about a coffee mug? There's going to be coffee mugs. Yes, I'm going to do some merch coffee mugs for sure. Does the apple cider vinegar help those with diarrhea after transition to carnivore? It could, but more so, I would say dial back on the fat for a few days. That will hopefully stop the diarrhea, and then slowly add it back in. Sometimes people go too much fat too quickly, and that causes the loose stools. So let me see here. Thank you guys so much for coming. Bronwyn Montgomery, if you want to get anything to me, send me an email, ketogenicwoman@gmail.com. Looking forward to hearing from you. Yes, I do have an email contact. So thank you guys for coming. Thanks for entering the draw. And we are going to see you guys next week. Watch for my Tuesday talk of big Q&A about L. reuteri. I've answered my most common questions, and I'll see you guys very soon. Thanks for being here. Love you all.